folks, and welcome back to Four Corners of the Galley. I'm your host, PBO, and with me is Miss AG. And if you're joining us today, you're joining us on a Weekly Time Capsule, and this is episode 2. In case you don't know, this is a little show where we break down all the news of the past week in sports, news, TV, movie, box office, pop culture, and anything pretty much on the internet that we find interesting. So without further ado, let's kick it off. All right, story number 1, box office news. This week we had the battle of the third Maze Runner movie, Maze Runner: The Death Cure versus Jumanji. It was won by Maze Runner. Maze Runner comes in first place with $23.5 million. Not bad for its opening week in January for a movie that got delayed. It is a lot lower than when Maze Runner: The Schwartz Trials came in at $30 million, and then when Maze Runner: The Original came in, which is at $32 million.
That's unacceptable. Maze Runner, the first one was beautiful. The second one was alright. Like, I could deal with it. The third one looked stupid.
The second one lost me when they invited zombies into the mix.
That's
so
true.
Yeah, I was lost there. And now in for Jumanji, that's still doing strong. It came in at second place with $16 million, and it's up to a total of $338 million overall. So Jumanji's still going strong. We know that sequel news is coming in real soon.
Yep.
All right, moving on. And in a little weird movie news, we had a little fun go on when Mr. Danny McBride decided to come out with a little thing called Dundee Jr. And it was supposed to be seeming like a new movie that he was supposedly coming out this summer called Dundee Jr., where he was going to basically play Crocodile Dundee Jr. He then does a second commercial, and you see Chris Hemsworth there, only to find out it's all a fake and it's for Australian tourism. They even got Hugh Jackman in it, and they tricked everybody. The internet had a little fun with it, but it was pretty cool to check out.
Well, that's funny. I think it's really funny to me about it. But also, some people are probably very excited about it who like the series.
Yeah, true. It's been a long time. I didn't think we'd ever get another Crocodile Hunter, but I like the gimmick and the gab. Very close to Deadpool. They had a good try. I'll give him that. All right. And now moving on to movie news with the 90th Oscar nominations. The Oscar nominations came out real early in the morning on Tuesday morning, so a lot of people might have missed them. But due to a lot of the controversy over the last couple of years with, not a lot of minorities and different faces and voices and women's being representative, this Oscars actually has a kind of a big change. It's pretty impressive. Let's just go over a few of them. In the Best Actor category, you have Denzel Washington and Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out. And Get Out scored pretty big. It got Best Actor, Best Director in Jordan Peele, and Best Movie. Also joining it, you also had Best Actresses in The Great Meryl Streep, Margot Robbie, and then Frances McDormand, which has been cleaning up everything. So that was pretty impressive. And the Best Director category, you pretty much have everybody that's in the who's and the nows. So like I said, you got Jordan Peele, you got Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, you got Mr. Christopher Nolan, who I think is the greatest director nowadays, for Dunkirk, you got Paul Thomas Anderson, and you have Gertwig for Lady Bird. I mean, just amazing young directors that are really doing something big in Hollywood. It's pretty impressive.
That's a lot of movies I don't know about and I've never watched before, so good for you.
Also in the Best Supporting Actress, we got Mary J. Blige in her first nomination as an Oscar. That's amazing, Miss Mary, the great soul singer. And now she's nominated for an Oscar. That's fabulous. For Mudbound, you can watch it on Netflix. And also Miss Octavia Spencer going against her. Pretty impressive. Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie either.
But in a little superhero news, Wonder Woman did get shut out, but Logan got a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, which was pretty awesome.
Aw, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, didn't get any nominations. And hopefully Coco takes home the nomination for the Oscar for Best Animated Film. I heard it probably will, because it's probably one of the best.
It makes me sad.
Yes. Now moving on to music news.
My favorite.
There you go. Drake drops a release of 2 singles, and Mr. God's Plan in one day decides to just go crazy and break the internet like normal.
It is such a good song. I know every lyric to that song. It's fun.
Yeah, Drake's still the king of hip-hop. He came out on Spotify and broke their single-day record with 4,326,679 streams.
That was a lot to get out, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And then on Apple's global streaming, it did 14 million all in one day.
Wow.
Drake's still the king. Wow. 10 years later, still rocking it.
Yep.
Woo. Watch out. Somebody's got to take him down.
No, that's never happening.
It's never happening.
Never happening.
And moving on to sports news. It's kind of the quiet time in sports, but we did get the all-star team selections. And this year's a little different. This year they decided to make team captains. So we got the two highest vote getters in the East and the West. So you have Mr. Stephen Curry and Mr. LeBron James as team captains. Now they held their actual draft, kind of like a fantasy draft, where they got to pick from all the different all-stars that were picked, and they get to put them on their team. Doesn't matter if the East or West.
Claire, I don't honestly care about basketball.
It's pretty impressive for sports fans because this has never happened before.
Well, I am a sports fan, but I just don't like basketball.
And some interesting news. As you can see, LeBron James took Kevin Durant, probably with his number one pick, and KD promptly posted a picture of himself having a little fun against his teammate. Check it out. Pretty funny.
I won't.
Along with that, LeBron took Kyrie Irving and he put Russell Westbrook with KD on his team. He's looking to have some fun, but his team looks loaded, and I think he's going to win.
I don't know half those people. So.
And then some weird, kind of out of nowhere news. Vince McMahon of WWE and the XFL before has decided to bring back the XFL in 2020. Yes, exactly. Your face is exactly what should be said. The XFL was a football league created by Vince McMahon, who was supposed to be an alternative to regular football. After 2 years, it was pretty much over. And after 1 year, no one really cared. So I'm kind of wondering why he thinks it's going to work this time.
He probably thinks if they come back with it that it might get hyped up again. It probably won't.
Yeah, I really don't think it's going to happen.
I won't.
All right, folks, well, that's our stories. Now, with our new little addition, we're going to hit you with this new thing, little Galley Game Time. So we're going to see you on the other side. So until next time, folks, all I can say is, good night, Ted.
Hello everybody, welcome to Galley Game Night with your host RG, and today we'll be doing the Oreo Challenge. Rules are simple, the contestants put the Oreos on their foreheads and they have to put it in their mouth without touching it. We have 1 minute on the clock, let's begin. Contestant 1, are you ready?
Ready.
Contestant 2, are you ready?
Ready.
Let the show begin. And a pirate for contestant 2. Contestant 1 hasn't moved their Oreo yet. Contestant 2 is using Oreos on the floor. Contestant 2 dropped her Oreo too. We are moving in on 45 seconds now. Contestant 2 drops it again. Contestant 1 trying to do some bridge nose technique. This is too funny, guys.
I can't get it out.
Oh, and both drops from both contestants. 30 seconds on the clock, and that's a drop. Uh-oh. Contestant 1 making some weird face expressions. Both dropping. Uh-oh. 15 seconds on the clock. Nobody has gotten the Oreo even close to their mouths yet. Oh! Contestant 2 almost had it. And 3, 2, 1. No. There you have it, folks. There is the Oreo Challenge.